NinkComPoop. I would come up with a really cool and elaborate reason as to why I'm wearing glasses in this video, but I really don't have one, and there really isn't an actual reason that would interest you in any sort, because the actual reason why I'm wearing them is because A, I'm as blind as a bat. I'm getting blinded every time I go to the opticians, which is fabulous. And B, contact lenses, which I always basically wear pretty much every day, are expensive as shit, so I need to kind of learn to wear my glasses and go for that option before I consider contacts. But the struggle of looking like a nerd. Today, however, we're going to do another Fetus Diary episode, which I know I've been abandoning it again. I always abandon the good episodes everyone wants to see, which doesn't make any sense. If you haven't watched the series before, this video is in a playlist and you can watch from the beginning and it will play to the very end. And we are actually up to my High School Musical book, which I believe is 2009, sorry. It's a 2008 diary, but I didn't write in it to 2009. That sounds like me because I'm a massive procrastinator. And if you were watching the episode before this one, I basically went up to the part where I was saying I was going to promise Nita handwriting because of like my whole angry entry I did before. But when you turn the page, the handwriting is pretty much almost the same. So enough of the waffling, let's get on to reading the diary and embarrassing myself even more. The things I do for the internet. So this entry comes from Monday the 14th of December 2009 and I seem angry again. Oh, hell with it. I will continue writing. I've got nothing else to do anyway. Oh, so this was the same day as the last entry, so I'm going to be just as angry. I really don't know what to expect this Christmas. The only present Mum's discussed with me is books, dresses and makeup, and even that I'm unsure of. Therefore, this Christmas could be either good or bad, ugly or sexy, fit or fat. I'm going to write a poem and you're going to have to guess who it's about. Oh god. I used to always write poems, by the way. Side note, I've got like a drawer full of poems I used to write as a kid. Maybe I could read them in a Fetus episode. I simply do not know that when I come, you go. I walk down the street and you all look at your feet. You don't want to know me. You never think I'm happy. I don't give to the poor because my taxes cover the floor. I don't enjoy Christmas too because sprouts make me need the loo. I hate the sight of Christmas Day because Merry Christmas is all you say. I don't like you having days off because I like to work. I'm a boff. What? And then I put LOL, it's ... humbug, Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. So that poem was about Ebenezer Scrooge. I was such a little weirdo. Once again, I signed my entry twice for some reason, because I'm that famous. Oh, it's actually the end of this entry. I obviously gave up after probably a week of starting it, as usual, so you know what that means, guys. New diary! That's 2012. This is 2014, which I never used, although it's adorable because it's got owls on it. Great, well done, Ellie. So according to my calculations, because I'm a boffin now, I don't have any more 2009 or 2010 or 2011, but I do have a 2012. It wasn't like a major long time ago, but a lot have changed in 3 years, believe you me. And find out how cringe I was only 3 years ago. Probably some of you are watching my videos then. You never know. So this was more like an actual diary where you just have like tiny little bits to write things. So I actually wrote in it, but with tiny little writing. May 2012 on the 9th on Wednesday. I wrote my dream down. I must have thought that I wanted to start a dream diary or something. And I love the fact I didn't even write that it was a dream. I just wrote it out as if it actually happened, but I'm pretty sure this is a dream because listen to this. I was walking in my bathroom and some voice was giving me lessons on what to do if you're captured by someone bad. To what I understood in my dream, it meant having a lucid dream and your soul has left your body but someone else has taken over your body because you're not in the body anymore. Bizarre. I was by my toilet listening to this voice saying this stuff. Some guy was sitting fully clothed in my empty bathtub listening too. He didn't seem scared, but I was pretty scared. There is no detail of the man I can remember. The woman came in sight and no detail of the woman. I asked the guy in the tub whether we should run quick if we see anything in a minute. He shook his head. I told the woman I was scared and what if he captures me? She said I was very young and I can't remember what else she said, but she somehow explained how you also had to go to a red light, so I got confused. Sounds like I'm dying and I've mistaken the white light for a red one. Maybe I'm a hooker. I then was walking down the road and I heard Justin Bieber's song Mistletoe, so I was running everywhere to see where it was coming from. My running was slow and it was like running through thick water. Okay, I still do this. Please tell me I'm not the only one who cannot run for shit in their dreams. I always have dreams where I need to run from something or run to something and I never can. It literally feels like my feet or my legs are in thick Marmite or something and I just can't run. I've heard it's good to run backwards because in dreams a lot of people can't run, so if if you run backwards you can. I'm so jealous of people who can run in their dreams. I saw a Buzz Lightyear entertainer and went to say Buzz, then saw it was my dad's friend instead. He smiled and asked where dad was. I showed him to the car and they hardly said hello. I got into the car and because it was so packed, me and my sister and mum had to sit at the boot underneath the steps. We were in some sort of bus, but I knew it was dad's car. The really interesting thing about dreams to me is it can be so messed up, so weird, so different to what it ordinary actually is meant to be, but in your head you know what it is. Like for example, I was in a bus, but in my head I was like, this is my dad's car. The dreams are so bizarre. Vicky warned dad about bumping into Nan's sports car too, even though my nan doesn't have a sports car. Dad says something like she shouldn't have come here anyway. Bitchy dad. I was holding onto the roof to save myself from hills. And that's the end. Like, what? I just made one dream entry and that was it, which is so weird. I just abandoned the rest of this book. Oh, no I didn't. I don't just leave books after all, I actually write in them. Is anyone else guilty of always buying new diaries and never using them? Well, obviously I am, because look, Queen of Diaries, do you want one? So Tuesday the 19th of June, which is a whole month later. This is really nice, right? See, this is like another handwriting attempt that I did when my real handwriting probably comes through somewhere in the end of this book, I don't know. Yep, I was right. Today I feel strange, different in fact. Perhaps not me, but the things going on around me. I feel as if today everything has moved forwards, as if they already had, but I've only just noticed. This is deep. I can tell I've grown older. As if I am / have been too slow to notice. Friends and very dear people in my life have become past. Maybe this is the ending of my constant dwelling, or maybe I've just been reading too much of my book. Oh, okay. I was in the middle of a breakup during this diary entry. I've just remembered, and it's weird picking this up again because like I was in a really sad state of mind when I wrote this diary. Probably the reason why I was writing down my dreams and stuff, because it was making me dream crazy things. I'm not going to bring up specific things in this diary because, you know, private life and stuff, but I feel like it's important to bring up because there could be people who are in the same situation now watching this video. So I was basically finding a real hard time getting over someone I'm going to call Rick. Hi Rick. You suck, Rick. You're a dick. Rick. But either way, Rick holds a dear place in my heart today and I miss him sincerely. He had tried texting me but I had to ignore it because I need to put an end to this obsession. Today is a day for thinking. Unfortunately, today is also a day to diet. Friends at college annoying me today. For more important news, Rick contacted me today. It's so lovely knowing that he is thinking of me. Also, I'm managing to eat less. I will look better soon. I'm getting closer to my goal daily. From the first book, which was like 2007, I was trying to lose weight up until today. And then on the 21st, on Thursday in June, weirdest day ever, found out that my overall college year grade was merit. I know it's good, but I was actually aiming for a distinction. Oh snap. My mum did say that I should bear in mind that this is my first college year and I'm only 16, which is true. Always reaching high, and then as uni came, I aimed low. Also, on other more important major news, oh fuck. Okay, I just got to a part of the book which I really didn't want to read out. Like, oh. Basically, right, I've always said I wanted to make a video about how to get over people when you're sort of in a being manipulated in some sort of way. I'm not saying that this person I was in a relationship with manipulated me, but when I look back to it, I really feel like in some way, without him kind of realising, I was being manipulated a little bit because I had such intense, immense feelings with somebody who didn't have any back, even though they might have missed me a little bit, but it wasn't the same sort of thing that I was having. I'm like, oh, I've missed it and he's amazing and I just wish he was mine, and like it all started because we're close again and without our awkwardness, which is great. Strangely, I loved it. And then I think back and I'm like, girl, it makes me sad. I just want to go back to my previous self and be like, because I just neglected all my friends. I had no friends pretty much. And then I also put college is also pissing me right off. But then straight after that I go on speaking about what happened. This is a really difficult situation to like talk about and stuff. If you kind of want me to get more into it, I think this might be a good segue into a whole new series type thing, because I've always wanted to do an ex-boyfriend versus insecure young first love teenager type videos. So if you're interested in reading about that, I'm not obviously going to get that deep into it because it's like a situation situation where people are going to be like, Ellie, you don't need to publish this sort of stuff. But I feel like it could help a few people. These whole diaries, I feel like, are transforming a little bit into older, more specific details instead of just this young girl who was writing in a diary because she was bored. I do have some young like stuff I can show you in my drawers, like poems or just random crap that I've drawn or made or something like that. So if you'd rather that, maybe I could take the other stuff elsewhere, and that would be a cool idea. But let me know. Feedback is the best thing. Like, comment sections and YouTube videos are so helpful, because if you don't want this, I won't go into that direction and then receive loads of hate in that direction when I'm in there. So I'd rather know about it now. I know it's a bit strange actually. This was going into another route, so I'm quite worried about what you guys are going to think about this video. But I love you so much. I hope to see you in my next video. Still got magnets for sale. Woo! So thank you guys for buying them, but there's still plenty left. In all my social network sites are down there, my cleavage in the description box below. Don't forget to choose happiness, and happiness will choose you. Stay positive, stay awesome, stay sexy. Love you. Bye. There isn't a written life rule. Yes, in the books and films it's grow up, find a job, get in love, get married, have kids and die. But it's not like that. It could be that in the wrong order. It could be just two of those things. It doesn't mean you are less of a human or less successful because you're not doing what everyone else is. And that ties up with the next one. You do not need to have the same hobbies as everybody else does. You don't have to be doing the same day job everybody else is. Just because everyone has now got themselves in a boring job which they hate their lives on and they're earning money for it, you don't have to go in that route.